All right, to another conversation now. A report released in March by Datalium, a global talent accelerator, said ranked skit-making as the third largest entertainment industry in Nigeria, with a net worth of over 50 billion naira. Well, joining us now to analyze this is Olufemi Oguntamo, CEO, lead consultant at Penseville, Africa. Great to have you on the show.
Hi, thank you, Ladi.
So since skit-making is seeing a serious boom right now, is the cost of producing skits still low at this time?
I wouldn't say that the cost of producing skit is low. I would say that we now have a lot of people who have aspired to become skit makers, because we've seen a lot of skit makers now being successful. The likes of Brother Shaggy, the likes of Mr. Macaroni, Kiki, and all of them. So we've seen a lot of skit makers now being successful just creating content for digital platforms. And they all started with creating content with phone. And now it's becoming like a huge production. So it's not cheap and it's not a zero cost, right? But now people have seen that with just your phone or just your mobile device, you could be successful, basically. Yeah. Right,
and sometimes, definitely, even if it's your phone you're using, I'm seeing the prices of phones right now, they're not looking cheap at this point. But do you think the skit-making industry will go away anytime soon?
No, absolutely not. For skit makers now, they're trying to evolve into big screens, trying to evolve into becoming actors and blockbuster movies. They're also involved in Netflix movies and adverts and all of that. So I don't see skit making as an industry that will go into extinction anytime soon, basically. So I think that what would just happen is that we'll keep having new set of skit makers and new set of content creators in the ecosystem.
All right, what's the value chain like? How many people, get employed or get work from, one successful skit maker?
Okay, great. So once a skit maker gets successful or becomes successful, they now tend to enhance their production. So now we have people who are involved in the directing of the skit. We have people who are involved even in script writing. And then while on set, you have production assistant, you have production manager, you have makeup and costume and all of that. So skit making now has become like a proper movie production where you have a lot of people behind the scene. So for a skit, you can have as much as 10 people behind the scene. So you can see that it's helping job creation, basically. So yeah, about 10 to 15 people behind the scene. And also, do not forget that some of these skit makers now are now becoming big celebrities. So therefore, you also have to put into consideration the security. So even paying security personnel to are part of the crew.
Right, and most of these platforms used by skit makers are international. Is it time for Nigeria to start, looking at, having their own social media platform that most of these skit makers can actually produce on?
I mean, yeah, possible. I would say that before now, we've had YouTube platforms like YouTube, we've had Facebook, we've had other digital platforms where skit makers now put their content there to get, monetized. So yeah, absolutely. I think that it's time for Nigeria to have a platform, but definitely it has to be monetized. And one of the reasons why skit makers run to platforms like YouTube and Facebook is because they get paid FX, right? And then obviously they think that they can earn more via the views and subscribers that they have. So I think that if the government can come up with a platform, definitely it would help the economy.
Yeah, definitely. We need more FX, coming in. It's quite incredible what some of these YouTubers actually rake in a month. Quite good numbers. Thank you so much. It was great having you, Olufemi Oguntamo, CEO, lead consultant, Penseville, Africa. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ladi.